Krispy Kreme, how does it feel to know that you not only wasted your time and your life, but also your men's time and their lives as well? How does it feel? House of the Dragon, Season 3, Episode 6. Let's get into it. Krispy Kreme is finally gone, y'all. Ding dong, the witch is dead. And the thing that I loved about his death scene is that he didn't get to die the way that he wanted to. You know, he wanted to die swords ablazing, going in glory, but no. He realized as he was dying that it wasn't going to happen. Also, how close were Allison and Krispy Kreme? Because he took out her handkerchief when he was ready for his, one-on-one combat with the 12-year-old. I thought they were just hooking up. I wouldn't be surprised if there was more to it on Krispy's end and not really Allison's, because it is Krispy Kreme. Uncle Bad and Bougie was in peak form in this episode. He just loves the sound of his own voice to the point where his pride and yammering almost got little Darren killed. It was one of the worst assassination attempts that I've ever seen. Does Uncle Bougie even have hands? Because I've never really seen him wield that sword against an enemy. I saw him wield it at a table when he was throwing a tantrum, but I've never seen him actually, fight someone. So as I was watching the show, I was wondering, okay, we know that he's being raised by a monster, but does Darren know that he is being raised by a monster? And unfortunately, in this episode, he does confirm it. And it just sucks for him that he has to wear a mask or put on a facade when he's around Uncle Bad and Bougie in order to make sure that he stays in his good graces. And Gwen, you better not leave Darren. Do not leave Darren. He was just like, oh, I hate the way that you act around him. Who cares? He's just trying to survive. And you better stick around and don't be a deadbeat uncle. I love that Allison is finally listening to That So Helena, because I've been saying it in my videos. Like, Helena is onto things and people just, gloss over it because she's a little strange, okay? By her finally listening to Helena, she was able to give Rhaenyra important information into tracking down Aemond. It did backfire on her a bit because now Rhaenyra wants to send Allison to be an assassin for Aemond. How is Allison, who's never fought a day in her life, supposed to take out Aemond? That doesn't make any sense to me, but I don't know. We'll see how that turns out. When Rhaenyra sent, Allison off on her little mission, and Allison was like, oh no, please don't make me do it. I don't think Allison was saying this because she loves Aemond so much. I think it was more like, hey, Rhaenyra girl, the last time I saw Aemond, he activated his Targaryen side and he put his lips on mine. So please don't send me to that man. Aemond has a type. And if it's not Vhagar and it's not his mama, he's not going to understand what's going on. It took him forever to pick up what Alice Rivers was putting down. He's having his little moment. I know Allison is on her way and she might, turn his head. In the meantime, I hope Aemond and the Harrenhal witch enjoy their time together, doing whatever it is that they plan on doing. Maybe they can just live happily and raise dragons together, but that probably won't be the case. I think they're probably gonna die soon. Rhaenyra, you were really working my nerves this episode. I'm trying to just blame everything on the High Towers. Yes, it is their fault, but also you're their ruler and the people are gonna hold you accountable. So what are you gonna do? You're still not as bad as your brothers, but you're on thin ice with me, Ray. When that lady came up to her and was like, hey, the gold cloaks are gone and now they are snatching up children. They snatched up a little girl last night. Rhaenyra's response, Rhaenyra was basically like, sorry, babes. I mean, I hear you. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down to the Sept. I'm going to light up one of these Serenity by Jan candles, and I'm going to say a prayer for baby girl. What is going on? You have so many soldiers in this castle. You can't send out one to go and retrieve this child. And we are seeing that Rhaenyra, as Allison said, is starting to change. I mean, she sent Allison to go and murder her own son. Then we also see that there are still shreds of humanity in Rhaenyra. She is keeping Allison and Helena alive when at this point she really has no reason. I don't mind that she, put them on, maximum security, lockdown or whatever. I understand it. They tried to escape, which also makes plenty of sense. But, you can't play in my face and then just expect to be roaming about this castle. Just sometimes when she's holding court, I'm just like, Rhaenyra girl, you don't even like this job, or you don't like, the full entirety of the job. And it's really showing, and it's just starting to irritate me. Hugh, is this House of the Dragon or is this Grand Theft Wagon? Why are you going and knocking out random people in order to get into Templeton to go and see your wife who hates you? And I listed out in a previous video all the ways that Hugh is a deadbeat husband, but I'm just so happy that his wife finally confirmed it for him. I didn't even think about how dangerous that journey from King's Landing to Templeton was for Hugh's wife, just being a woman in that time traveling by herself. Hugh just refused to listen. His wife told him to go. She didn't want to go with him. She told him to go. She wanted to stay in Templeton. He could get to 7. But no, what did Hugh try to do? He tried to do a watered down diet version of a kidnapping. I don't understand why he doesn't get it. He keeps trying to cloak things under I'm acquiring these riches and glory in the castle in order to take care of us. It's not an us thing, Hugh. It's a you thing. You don't care about your wife. You care about your well-being. So, Hugh, you're a deadbeat. I've been saying that you're a deadbeat, and I'm so glad that this episode, your wife was able to tell you that you're a deadbeat. Damon, nobody has time for your reindeer games. I was so happy when the gold cloaks were just like, you see what's going on? We're not making any money, and then you want us to put our lives on the line in this economy? Because what other option was there? There are mouths to feed and families to take care of. I wish that Damon would recognize what the gold cloaks were doing and also be inspired to take care of his own children. And you know what? Let's just close out the deadbeat trifecta by talking talking about Corliss. I'm so glad that it was Alan who came to where he was and had to remind him that, like, hey, yeah, Rhaenyra did not legitimize us, even though I feel like she should have done it, because Rhaenyra's whole thing is being unconventional and shirking tradition. And then all of a sudden, when, you know, she's supposed to help out people who put their lives on the line for her, she all of a sudden wants to, you know, follow the norm. But that's neither here nor there, because she doesn't want to do it, so she doesn't have to. But Alan reminded Corliss that, like, you also didn't legitimize us for decades. So it's more on you than it is on her. Now come on back to King's Landing and do what you need to do. Final thing, what was up with the women having bloody hands in this episode? I feel like it's maybe some type of symbolism or messaging that's just going over my head right now. But Helena pricked her finger when she was sewing. I can't remember if she actually bled or not. Alice Rivers put her bloody hand on the dragon egg. And then Rhaenyra, when she was holding court, she also had a bloody hand. But those are my thoughts on House of the Dragon, episode 6. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see y'all for episode 7.